Hello everybody, and welcome back once again to Super Metroid Redesign. And we are getting into Norfair. And these wonderful tiles look misplaced, but they're there for a reason. And we are following, yay. What is up here? Good grief, Diskegas. Right about now, as you can tell, Drusef starts throwing Diskegas at you more. There's all kinds of fun. Open, thank you. All kinds of fun stuff happening in Norfair. It is quite a deadly little place. But we have to be back here to grab a few things. That looks more suspicious than it was, I guess. And yeah, we're not going this way. That's nice. We've actually passed by way being here in Norfair, but we can't really do anything about it right now. Because we need to get Speed Booster, but we aren't getting Speed Booster next. Instead, we have to go on a path to find Crocomire and Power Bombs, which is fun. It's actually one of the easier Norfair paths because, good grief. And that will happen quite a bit too. Just, hey, fall in lava, have fun. But there's other paths as well, like a Speed Booster, Grapple Beam. Those are two separate paths, and the grapple path in particular is, oh good lord. Get out of the lava. Thank you. Out. Move your pixels. Get rid of this stupid dragon. Make my life easier. But yeah, the grapple path in particular is notoriously difficult. Because, and I'm going to say it right here, I will probably die on it too. Just because it's, you'll see if you aren't aware of it. It's quite interesting. And look at this wonderful huge map. I need to figure out where I'm going. This is Power Bomb stuff. Anytime you see all those rocks and weird things like that, it's Power Bomb stuff. Does a good job of saying, hey, look at this very weird looking thing. It's probably something you can Power Bomb. Does a good job with that. And this is a little bit weird. I don't know about this. Yeah, it's strange. So, anyway, what do we have back here? Super door. Power bomb blocks. No, I think... Oh, this is it. Cool. I don't know if I can do anything back here yet, but there's this path through here for some reason. I don't know why. But yeah, you see all these wonderful power bomb blocks. Like, oh hey, more power bomb blocks. Like us. And it's this weird path to, I don't even know. And this is just a rock wall. You can come on the other side somehow, some way. Oh hey, look, more power bomb blocks. Or blocks I can't even do anything about. I thought for sure those were power bomb blocks. Oh hey. Yeah, we're not going that way. We need grapple, so yeah, apparently I'm not going this way at all. That's just wonderful. And if you notice, all the rocks are gone. Where did they all go? And that's one of the things he said. Now, Generally, it looks like you powerbomb the blocks and they go away. We didn't powerbomb any blocks there. But we touch the activation PLM or whatever that causes those blocks not to spawn in the room, or changes the room state, so it's a room state where those blocks don't exist. And that's how he does some of the things within the hack, is once you powerbomb the blocks, they never come back. You never have to deal with those again, which is kind of nice. Sort of like his gates, when you open them, they stay open. And this actually has a secret down here, which is where we end up having to go. And saving is always good. Redesign without save stations would be a disaster. Because there are, like I said, the grapple path, the speed boost path even, the escape, and this is Rob the Robot. There, that failed. That failed. There we go. And, hey, I'm back down here. I missed it. But yeah, there's quite a few spots where death is an option, unfortunately. Well, that isn't, I wouldn't say too bad, but the grapple path in particular, and also the escape, there's no save stations for a while. You can go quite a distance and not get anywhere, because you die and you have to do quite a lot of things. High Diskeys. And for this, keep this little guy on the ceiling, because we don't want a Disky as a pet. Actually, yeah, sure. Because back here in Bubble Land is another super. Always good to have supers. And bubbles. The bubbles are good too. It's really not enough bubbles. I mean, of all the things in Redesign, the physics, some of the lack of save stations, and here's another secret we have to find. I mean, of all those things, the biggest complaint's probably there's not enough bubbles. That guy was trying to kill me. So yes, you do have to find all of this, because that room beneath us is Crocomire, I believe. And we need to find the Crocomire so we can get our power bombs. And there's an interesting little fun fact / trivia thing, which I am 98.2% sure is true, with that power bomb room. Because I believe it is the only room in Redesign. Actually, take that back. I believe it was one of two rooms, and they're both in Norfair. But they're the only rooms in Redesign that are just like the rooms they were in the original. One being Powerbomb room and the other being Wave Beams room. Which we should be able to see the Powerbomb room here shortly, once we dispatch of this guy. And because the ground is so flat and there's acid, there's no trying to go underneath it. Which, if you haven't seen that video where I was experimenting with that, you might want to check it out. It's a little bit interesting what happens. There's no real application that I could think of though. And yes. Charge beam is, I think, the easiest way to deal with these guys. These guys being Crocomire, because they're poor. And then he melts away and locks the screen. I like how Samus is not allowed to walk away from Crocomire while he's dying. It's like, no, you have to be here for this. And then she can't walk away when he comes by for this part. See, this part's a little more understandable. For some reason, his skeleton starts flying and knocks down a wall. Now, how in the world, after he's melted, he just starts flying around? I don't know. Whether that's something to do with Phantoon, Mother Brain, I have no idea. Because once he's melted, he's gone. So here's the Power Bomb room. It's just like the Power Bomb room after Crocomire in the original Super Metroid. And I believe this room and the Waybeam room are the only rooms that do that. All other rooms are changed. I just think it's those two that aren't. I may have to take a look at a comparison, though, to see if they are the same. But like I said, I am very, very positive those are spikes. Those are the same rooms. Just like, oh, those are just one block rooms. It doesn't matter if I don't change them around. And all the way back up. I hope you have your double bomb jumping redesign skills working, because you need them. And it's not just for here, it's throughout the rest of the hack. All the way, even through the escape. Which is after Spring Ball. You will still need your double bomb jumping skills. Which is... that's a ripper. Look at all these bubbles, they just look good. Bubbles and rocks. Just throw bubbles in places and that'll make your stuff look good. Anyway, back to Rob the Robot. Got these wonderful little power bomb things. I just do a shortcut through here. It's easier than double bomb jumping. Now be careful on those little bomb hops across the lava, because you have to be pretty good with being on the edge of it. Otherwise, you won't make the other ledge, and you will just fall in lava. Which is not fun. And hey, I need waypoint. Stupid gates telling me where to go. Bit of a continuity error with that one spike not being a bomb block. But I won't tell. Get up. Thank you. Stupid Nova. And let's see here. There's something up there. Oh, this door's open. Interesting. Oh, a gate. Oh, I think I know what this is. Oh, yes, I do know what this is. Here we have a Meridian tube. This is kind of like a shortcut branch from Meridia to Norfair. And we've opened up one side of it. It's just one side, because we haven't opened up all of it. And there's the other half. And that's a pirate we don't even want to mess with. So we've got the Norfair side of this open. So once we open the other way, obviously we can go back and forth with these, at least in this section. It's a quick way around because I don't think there's any other direct connection between Norfair and Meridia. And they're probably the two areas you will be spending the most time in. Especially if you've never played this game before, because like I said, Meridia, the first time I played it, completely lost. And there's some other things in there, which, now that we have power bombs, will actually be coming up to relatively soon. Oh, well, if you just want to run off, fine. Oh, good grief. And we'll just move along here, get this. And I can't unmorph because morph log. And here are all these power bomb blocks. And I just used up all my bombs. So now we can get out here much, much easier. And another thing about Redesign is that the level design, the room building, how the stuff looks is very much just about as close it seems to the original, even though it's done better in quite a few cases, I think. But it actually kind of feels like, you know, this was something that was actually in the game, which a lot of hacks don't have. That's not necessarily a bad thing, because there's a lot of hacks that actually look better than the original game. And there's a tile there in there. I'm not even going to ignore. I'm not even going to ignore. There's English. I'm not even going to pay attention to. Good grief. And I am actually coming up on my time limit here. Let's see if I can just... Now your power bombs are just rocks before. Hi, pirate. Yes, you are the smart. Even in Redesign, pirates are still the same old, not bright things. So, single wall jumping. It is possible. But anyway, I'm coming up on the limit here, so we'll end the video off here. So thanks for watching, and we will do some more exploring in the next video.